Your person wants you to know that they're going through a profound transformation, one that is reshaping who they are at their very core. They are not the same man you once knew. For a long time, they carried a deep sense of resentment and bitterness, feeling as though life had dealt them an unfair hand. This frustration often led them to focus on the negative experiences in their past, blaming circumstances and people for the disappointments and struggles they faced. But something has changed in them recently, a spark, a new understanding, and they've begun to realize that holding on to these feelings has only been holding them back from a fuller, happier life. Instead of looking backward and focusing on what went wrong, they've chosen to shift their attention to the future, to the opportunities that are beginning to reveal themselves. They now see that life has more to offer, and they're eager to embrace what's coming. Much of this growth and newfound perspective, they want you to know, is because of you. Your presence in their life has been transformative. Without you, they might never have found the courage or strength to face the parts of themselves they once tried to ignore. Your support and encouragement have been instrumental in their healing. You didn't just offer comfort when they were down, you gently pushed them to confront their shadows, the aspects of themselves they were reluctant to face. Through you, they've learned to stop running from their issues and start working through them, understanding that true growth requires honest self-reflection and accountability. Your influence has been like a guiding light, helping them see the potential within themselves that they had long ignored or suppressed. For the longest time, they desired to be with you, yet there was always a part of them that hesitated, held back by their own insecurities and the fear of commitment. Deep down, they knew that they wanted you in their life, but they also knew that to truly build a strong and lasting relationship, they'd have to do the hard work of self-improvement. At the time, they simply weren't ready to face that challenge. Now, however, they see things differently. This transformation they're experiencing is not only for themselves but also for you and the possibility of a future together. They are actively working on a plan to make this relationship grow, realizing that they can no longer take a passive approach. They're ready to invest in the connection you share, to put in the effort that they once shied away from. However, with all of this clarity and determination, there's also a profound sense of urgency and loss. They feel as though they're on the brink of losing you, and this realization is painful. They're grieving the mistakes they made, the time they lost, and the opportunities they missed when they were too absorbed in their own struggles to truly see you and appreciate what they had. Now, in hindsight, they feel like a fool, deeply regretting the times they could have shown up for you but didn't. This sense of mourning is a constant reminder of what they stand to lose if they don't act soon. Impatience has taken hold of them. They find themselves longing to reach out, desperate to bridge the distance that's grown between you. Every day, their desire to reconnect grows stronger. They are fully immersed in their feelings, and reconciliation with you has become their primary focus, the one goal that consumes their thoughts. They're determined not just to return to how things were but to build something stronger, a relationship grounded in the growth and self-awareness they've achieved. This isn't just an emotional impulse, they're committed to a future where both of you can flourish together, where they can be the partner you deserve and create a relationship that reflects the person they are becoming. Your person wants you to know that this isn't merely about avoiding loneliness or seeking comfort, it's about honoring the potential they see between you, a potential they now understand must be nurtured with care, commitment, and love. They're eager to reconnect and rebuild, not because of a fleeting moment of regret but because they finally recognize what you mean to them and how they can be better for you. They hope you can feel the sincerity in their words and the depth of their intention. As they take steps to reach out, they're doing so with an open heart, willing to prove their commitment through actions rather than empty promises. They're not asking you to overlook the past, but to see the growth they've achieved and the readiness they now have to make things right. More than anything, they hope that, in time, you'll give them the chance to be by your side once again, not as the person they once were but as the man they are striving to become. Let me start by saying that I am truly in awe of you. You are the first woman who has ever had the courage to stand up to me, especially when I was behaving wrongly or arrogantly. No one else has ever called me out on my faults in the way that you did, directly, honestly, and without hesitation. And it's something I didn't realize I needed until you did it. Looking back, I can see how much I took for granted, thinking I was always right or assuming that people around me would just tolerate my flaws without question. But you were different. You didn't just sit back and let me get away with my disrespectful behavior. Instead, you held me accountable. When you chose to stop reaching out to me, to no longer call or text, I realized just how much I had disrespected you. That silence, which at first felt like a loss, became the most powerful reminder of the way I had treated you. In that moment, everything shifted for me. Since then, in my quieter moments, I find myself reflecting on you. In complete silence, my thoughts often drift back to the memories we shared, memories that have become some of the most cherished moments in my life. The time we spent together, the conversations, the laughter, and even the arguments, they're unforgettable. They hold a kind of significance that's difficult to put into words because they're layered with lessons and realizations that continue to shape who I am today. You have had a profound impact on my life, and I feel that the impression you left on me is something that will endure for years to come. In a world filled with so many temporary and fleeting connections, I have come to realize just how rare it is to meet someone like you. What truly amazes me about you is that you are unlike anyone I've ever met. Your communication skills, your creativity, and your unique way of looking at the world stand out to me. There's a kind of authenticity in everything you do that's impossible to ignore. You communicate with such clarity and empathy, able to express your thoughts without holding back but also without any intention to hurt. Your creativity is something I deeply admire, a part of you that I don't see often in others. Whether it was the way you approach problems, your sense of humor, or the artful ways you brought joy to the smallest moments, your creativity is unmatched. In fact, I would say that you are one of the most talented people I know. But beyond your talents, there is a kindness in you, a goodness that's rare. You are truly an incredible soul, and your presence has left a lasting mark on my life. You have been the only person who seemed to understand my pain, the only one who could soothe my wounded soul. When I was at my lowest, broken and lost, you were there to listen without judgment, to see me for who I was, flaws and all. You managed to heal parts of me I didn't even know needed healing. The gratitude I feel for you runs deeper than I can express because I know how rare it is to find someone who has the patience and compassion to reach out and help someone else heal. You weren't just a friend to me, you were my confidant, my anchor, and my guiding light. Within you, I found so much more than a friend. I found a teacher, a kindred spirit, and a true soulmate. You have taught me lessons that I believe I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Your strength, resilience, and openness showed me what it means to be truly vulnerable and real with another person. You gave me a feeling of home, a sense of peace and belonging that I hadn't experienced before. I felt seen, understood, and valued in ways that were completely new to me. Being with you, I felt like I had found a purpose, something to aspire to, a connection that made me want to become a better person. Your presence in my life has been nothing short of transformative, a gift that I know I will cherish always. Looking back now, I realize that you were the best thing that ever happened to me, and even though I didn't fully understand it at the time, I do now. You came into my life at a time when I needed someone who could see beyond the surface, who could remind me of what it means to live with integrity and authenticity. I am so grateful that you were that person for me. You have given me more than I could have ever asked for, and though my words may not fully capture it, I want you to know how much you mean to me. You have helped me find purpose, and for that, I will always be grateful. Your partner is finally awakening to the depth and meaning of the connection they share with you, stepping into what could be called the realization phase of this journey. This phase marks a powerful shift in their perception, a point at which they begin to see clearly what they have overlooked, misunderstood, or failed to cherish. It's a phase filled with intense feelings of regret, reflection, and newfound understanding of the relationship they once shared with you. In coming to terms with these feelings, they feel a profound sense of betrayal, not in the traditional sense, but rather a sense that they have betrayed someone who genuinely loved them and always had their best interests at heart. This awareness brings a wave of remorse that they hadn't anticipated, as they now understand that by not fully investing or being honest, they hurt the person who loved them unconditionally. This growing awareness is stirring a powerful urge in them to reconnect, especially as they see you focusing so intently on your own goals, ambitions, and dreams. Watching you thrive and move forward with purpose only strengthens their realization of what they've lost. Your independence and drive have reminded them of everything that drew them to you in the first place. Unlike in the past, they now have a laser focus on getting you back in their life. Any distractions or other connections seem insignificant in comparison. They feel a magnetic pull towards you, their thoughts consumed with regret and a desire to make amends, as they attempt to manifest a reunion, hoping for another chance to be with you. In reflecting on the past, your partner realizes that a significant part of their regret stems from not being upfront and honest with you from the very beginning. They wish they had shared more about their life, struggles, and the issues they were working to resolve. They regret not being more transparent about the time they needed to fix things, as they now see that keeping these things hidden only created distance and distrust between you both. This clarity, although painful, is allowing them to see their own mistakes with more honesty. They now recognize that they should have trusted you with the truth, that perhaps it would have given your relationship a chance to grow and withstand the challenges. They are coming to terms with the fact that their hesitancy to open up, to be vulnerable, played a large part in why things fell apart. To them, you have now become the one that got away, an idea that brings both sadness and longing. The connection between you seems more powerful and undeniable than ever, almost as if some invisible force is pulling them back toward you. It feels fated, as though this particular set of events had to unfold exactly as they did for both of you to reach this level of understanding and growth. They are beginning to accept that this part of the journey was necessary for both of you, a way for them to fully appreciate the depth of what they lost. All you need to do now is practice patience, allowing the journey to unfold in its own time. The space you've created by focusing on yourself has given them the clarity they needed to see what they truly value. During this time apart, you have done the hard work of healing your broken heart. You've come to terms with your own past pain, choosing not to be weighed down by it any longer. This growth has been essential, allowing you to set boundaries and refuse to be used or mistreated by anyone. You've developed a new strength that has, in turn, helped your partner see how their actions affected you. They are beginning to realize that their behavior was toxic, and your resilience has made them confront their own actions and shortcomings. The transformation you've undergone has been a powerful catalyst, as it has shown them that they can no longer take you for granted or assume that you'll be waiting for them in the same way as before. Seeing you empowered, self-assured, and unwilling to compromise your well-being has inspired a profound change in how they view themselves and their role in the relationship. They are no longer able to deny the impact of their mistakes and have begun to truly understand what they lost. This realization, though difficult, may be the foundation they need to change and to prove that they are capable of being the partner you deserve, should they be given another chance. In the meantime, your journey forward remains focused on your own path. While they may be working to manifest a reunion, your commitment to your own goals and dreams takes priority. You've grown into someone who values inner peace and self-respect above all, ensuring that any future relationship will be based on genuine honesty, mutual respect, and alignment of purpose. Whatever the outcome may be, you are prepared for it, knowing that you are now in control of your own happiness. This strength and clarity will be essential as the journey continues to unfold in its own time.